Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty exciting things to go over. We have some new Nintendo Switch 2 patents that have popped up which could be hinting towards a Pokemon Classics collection in the near future. We have some Generation 10 rumors to go over, some Legends EA stuff. There's a lot of things to break down today, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's quickly go over some new Legends EA stuff. So we have Raisin here tweeting out saying Pokemon Legends EA's full LINQ Vision display, featuring your ZA starters, Chikorita, Tepig, and then also Mega Charizard X as well. So if you're not familiar with what this is, it was this interactive sphere that popped up that's basically promoting Pokemon Legends EA. The first time we went over this clip, we only had the starters, but now we have the actual full clip. I don't think it's actual gameplay from the game. It's just put more promotional stuff for Pokemon Legends EA. But either way, we're in the train station. We kind of go through, and then we are in Lumiose City. The Pokeball opens up, and then obviously it turns into an actual Pokeball, and then Tepig pops out of it and then starts walking to the right. And then we also have Chikorita following it. Don't know where Totodile is in this video. Maybe it's just been forgotten about, I don't really know. And then it pans up to the sky, pans down at night, and we have Charizard Mega evolving into Charizard X. And then that's pretty much the video. And then it starts using an attack. And then I'm not sure what that says. I assume something to do with Pokemon Legends EA. But then it says Pokemon Legends EA, obviously 16th of October, which is the release date. So that's the full sort of like promotional video thing for this LINQ display. Just thought I'd cover this because we did cover like half of it previously. So I thought now the full video is up, may as well go over it. But either way, that's the Legends EA stuff. Moving on, let's talk Pokemon Classics Collection, a new Nintendo Switch 2 patent which has been in the works for over 2 years now, has been updated, which could be a hint towards a Pokemon Classics collection on the Nintendo Switch 2. So I've got Go Nintendo tweet here posting saying, this post has been updated as over 2 years after originally filing the patent, Nintendo has updated it with new images and details. So this was posted on Go Nintendo tweet saying, yep, it has 3 different screens. So let's start off this story with the most important note, and this goes for all patent related posts. While Nintendo certainly releases products that are detailed through patents, they also file a ton of patents for ideas that never see the light of day. So for every patented device or software idea Nintendo actually releases, there's at least 10 more that never get released. Keep that in mind with the following news. So yet another Nintendo patent has popped up, and this one is for an interesting piece of hardware. With the Nintendo Switch 2 successor speculation running wild, so this was obviously originally posted, as I say, 2 years ago, but this was when the patent, I guess, originally went up, but obviously there's now been an update to it. Something like this popping up is likely to get even more attention than it normally would. That said, we have absolutely no idea what Nintendo's true plans for this device are, or if it's anything more than an experiment they wanted to lock in. So this is obviously images of the patent here. You could probably make out what it is. It is a second screen on the Nintendo Switch 2. It goes on to say, as the images in the post show, Nintendo has filed a patent for a device that looks quite similar to a 3DS. That said, there are some very notable differences mentioned in the patent itself. Perhaps the biggest differentiator is the fact that this device can be separated into 2 halves, and they can communicate wirelessly to one another. This means you and a buddy can split the device and enjoy some local multiplayer with ease. Also of note is the outside of the device, which features yet another screen on it. This is touchscreen, so it does allow the player to manipulate software in some way, but you can obviously wouldn't have the same functionality that the inside of the device provides through its buttons and joystick. Again, we don't really have any insiders at all what Nintendo cooked up this idea for, but it's an intriguing one nonetheless. Seems quite unlikely that this would be the Switch successor, but you never know. So yeah, like I say, dropped 2 years ago, yada yada yada. There has been an update to it though. So 2 years after being discovered, Nintendo has updated the patent for their 3DS-like device with a detachable screen. Obviously, the 3DS has come and gone since the patent was originally published, so now there's speculation about this peripheral being planned for the Switch 2 in some way. So please remember that this is all speculation, and the object in this patent may never see the light of day. You can see more images from the updated patent below. So we had Mike Odyssey here tweeting out saying, yes, I knew it. New updated patent, Nintendo Switch 2 second screen. Check out the updated images. So this is the new patented images. Like I say, this has been in, for the last 2 years, this has been kind of being worked on and stuff. And so this is basically a patent for another screen on the Nintendo Switch 2. And we have Hidden Power talking about this as well, saying new official Nintendo patent suggests a Nintendo DS style second screen for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. Could this mean that Nintendo DS Classic ports will be released for the Nintendo Switch 2? Now, obviously the original games like Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire, they're easily just playable on the Switch 2, just like they were on the DS and everything like that. You can easily just port those on. But with games like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond and Pearl, Black and White 2, it's a little bit more difficult because obviously there's 2 screens for those games. And to obviously put that all onto one screen, it's doable. They did it for BDSP, but you know, there's a lot of like interactive things in these games that really benefit from 2 screens. So if this patent does actually exist, like as an actual thing they're working on, then surely you'd think that a massive reason for that would be for the classic Nintendo Pokemon games. Because, as I say, it would allow them to all just be played like they originally were on the Nintendo DS. So again, look, the 30th anniversary is around the corner. Whether they get announced or not is, you know, completely up in the air. We don't know. But I think things like this, like why would they bring it up again after 2 years and release more images if they were just gonna not do it? You know, like it just makes no sense. Like, why would you spend 2 years working on these things if it's never going to see the light of day? So the fact that after 2 years we have more of an update about it means that it is probably going to be a thing. And then is it going to be used for classic collection Pokemon games? I don't see why not. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch 2 has the GameCube exclusive games and stuff, not just Pokemon. Obviously, that's just all GameCube stuff will be on the Switch 2. That's not on the Switch 1. And obviously, this could just be another thing. Because imagine like all of the Pokemon Classic games from the DS come to the Nintendo Switch 2 with this new screen, like accessory. Like a lot of people would buy it. Like they could do a jumbo pack where it is literally this second screen and the Pokemon games. Everybody would buy it that wants to play the old Pokemon games. So, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I'll keep you updated and stuff with it, but it is quite an interesting situation. I just think it's a little bit weird that this patent has been updated 2 years later. Very, very sus. What do you guys think about it, though? Do you think that is just a random patent that, for whatever reason, they updated it and that's that? Or do you think it could potentially be for a classic collection? I feel like it has to be, right? Like, it only makes sense. But either way, that's just my 2 cents on the situation. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about it in the comment section down below. Next up, we have some bad news about the Pokemon TCG. The Mega Evolution TCG set has been delayed. Got Makio and J Roses tweeting out, well, this is only in Europe, actually, Middle East and Africa. Apparently, it's not being delayed in America, but I don't know why it's being delayed in certain locations, but it is. Anyway, it says the set is delayed until the 10th of October, originally on the 26th of September, due to logistics in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So this was the actual post that the Pokemon TCG Twitter account or UK Twitter account posted. So they're saying Pokemon trading card game Mega Evolution. So due to challenges impacting product delivery dates, the release of the upcoming Pokemon trading card game Mega Evolution will be slightly delayed in EMEA markets. We apologize to our fans and understand that this news may be disappointing. We are working hard alongside our logistic partners to ensure products will be available for purchase from the 10th of October 2025. We would like to thank our community for their continued support and patience. So yeah, it looks like it's not affecting the whole world. It's only affecting Europe, Middle East, and Africa, which is quite a big portion of the world. But yeah, I assume in America and everything is just going to be absolutely fine. No issues there. But it's a shame because this is such a good mega, like this is such a good set, because obviously it's about Mega Evolution. People are super, super excited about it. And now we have to wait a little bit longer. It's not a crazy amount of time. It's only a couple of weeks, but it is still a little bit annoying that we have to wait a little bit longer. But either way, if you are in any of these areas and you're waiting for the Mega Evolution set, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But either way, that's that. Finishing things off for today's video, we have a big rumor to go over regarding Generation 10 and also Generation 11 as well. So we're going to split this up into 2 parts. We're going to go over the Generation 10 rumor, and then obviously we'll go over the Generation 11 rumor. The Gen 11 rumor is obviously a lot less I mean, the whole thing is less likely. I don't think they'd be dropping information about Gen 11 already, because that probably won't be coming out until, I don't know, like 2030-ish or something like that, which is, you know, half a decade away. But this was posted on 4chan. Take it with a massive grain of salt, as always. But it's titled Pokemon, or Future Pokemon Rumors, should I say. So let's go over Generation 10 first. So the titles are Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. Pretty self-explanatory as what we think the games potentially could be called, or Sea and Sky, something like that. It says the new starter Pokemon are a grass-type snail, a fire-type lamb, and a water-type octopus. So those are the starter Pokemon. The new region is the Cyclades-based region. So again, based on these islands and stuff that we kind of know about. The new Route 1 Pokemon is a normal ground-type ground squirrel, a flying normal-type Eleonora's falcon, and a bug dog-type mosquito. And there's also a new dog as well, a Kokoni dog. And then there are new regional forms, so regional forms back in the Generation 10 games. We have a normal fighting type Minotaur Tauros and a grass fire type Satyr Shiftry. Again, don't know why we'd get another Tauros. We have just had 3 in Generation 9. I don't think we need another one. And then it goes on to say there are new evolutions, so a bug dragon type Fortress evolution resembling wasps and praying mantis. I mean, that's a completely different thing to what Fortress is, but alright. A dragon rock type, a Hydra like Shuckle's evolution. So that'd be kind of cool. So a Hydra with like multiple heads coming out of Shuckle's shell would be kind of cool. And a Centaur like Tyrogue evolution, so a new Hitmon Pokemon. A new regional fakes are a water type jellyfish Drifloon. I mean, it is already a water type Drifloon. No. I was thinking of Jellicent. I was going to say, because I saw jellyfish Drifloon. Okay, fair play. Never mind. That would work. And then it says there's a new fish, which is a spearfish. And then we have a new Pikachu clone, which is the electric water type Vole. We have a new evolution, which is a ghost type evolution, a steel type evolution, and a dragon type evolution as well. So 3 really cool evolutions there. There are no gyms in this game. And then there are new pseudo-legendary Pokemon, so a dragon bug type Pyrosta, new box legendaries, which is a flying dragon type Griffin and a water dragon type Cetus, and also black and white remakes as well. So during the Generation 10 kind of timeline, black and white will also get revealed. That's what I don't think they mean that this is all dropping in the same year. Like, obviously, Legends EA is a Generation 9 game because it's dropping during the timeline of Generation 9. Every game that drops after the gen, before the next gen, is part of that generation. That's why, like, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are Gen 4 and they're not Gen 2. It's a little bit confusing, but it's just how they do it. So, yeah, Black and White would be Generation 10 games. I mean, I like the rumor. There's a lot of really cool Pokemon, lots of regional forms, regional fakes, 3 new evolutions. The starters sound cool. The legendaries sound cool. I'd love Black and White remakes. Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I don't think it's true, but you know, I think it'd be really cool to see those. But anyway, that is the Generation 10 portion of this rumor. Moving on, let's go over the Generation 11 portion of this rumor. So the Pokemon titles are Garnet and Topaz. The new starter Pokemon, Grass-type Pig, inspired by a Wild Boar. There is a Fire-type Frog, based off a fire-bellied toad. And we also have a water-type bear, which is inspired by a polar bear. I'd love a polar bear water-type Pokemon. Very similar to Cubchoo and Beartic, but I think it'd be kind of cool as a starter Pokemon. The region is based on Italy. I think an Italy region would be really cool. You know, that we have had a lot of European regions lately. You know, and especially if we have one on Greece and then we have one on Italy, that's quite a few in a row. Especially with Gen 9 being Spain and Portugal, Generation 8 being the UK. You know, we would have had many gens being based on European countries and stuff. You know, there's ones out there like Australia and stuff that I think would be really cool, but apparently they just keep going for these European ones. So it's an Italy-based region. So the new Route 1 Pokemon is a ground normal type Marmot, a flying normal type Warbler, and a bug type Red Admiral. We have a new dog as well, so I mean, it's very similar to Generation 10. New dog is a normal type Logoto Rabagnola. New fish is a water ghost type Anglerfish. There is a new type in Generation 11, Sound type. I mean, again, if we're ever going to get a new type, Sound type does seem the most plausible. There are Pokemon that can instantly become Sound types, Noivern, Explouds, Pokemon like that. Also, there's a load of sound-based moves like Hyper Voice, Disarming Voice, and then as well as that, it has its own gimmick where sound-based moves travel through Substitute. So, you know, it has a lot of things going for it already. There's also abilities like Soundproof and stuff like that. So I think that a sound type would be really good. You then have to figure out what it's going to be good against and bad against, and it has to balance everything. That's why adding a new type is very, like, massive because it completely changes everything. You know, some types suddenly become a lot better, some types suddenly become a lot worse, and you know, it does affect everything. Gyms do return. Oh, sorry, there's a new Pikachu clone, which is a Dormouse, which is electric type, and there's also a new sound type evolution. So 4 evolutions apparently between Gen 10 and 11, which I'm not going to say no to, but it'd be very similar to Sylveon, where new fairy type evolution. Gyms do return in Generation 11. Pokemon League and Elite Four returning. We have the National Pokedex returning. Again, I assume this would be for the Switch 2. And it says new regional forms for Dark, Normal type Sentret. New regional fakes, Ice Ghost type Sandy Gas line, and a normal type Porcupine line, Pink Urchin. New pseudo legendaries, which is a Dragon Poison type Tatzelworm. A new box legendaries, a Rock Psychic type Garnet legendary, and a Ghost Psychic type Topaz legendary. So, I mean, it's very much a carbon copy of the Generation 10 rumor. I feel like they've just copied and pasted it and then just changed what it is, because they literally go over the exact same thing. New Route 1 Pokemon, new dog, new fish, new Pikachu clone, new evolution. And I get in every generation there is a Pikachu clone, you know, stuff like that. But it's laid out very similar. So I don't know, I'm calling fake. I'd like 4 new evolutions, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's probably fake. But either way, that is going to finish today's video. Let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Do you think this Generation 10 and Generation 11 rumor are fake? I mean, obviously, if one's fake, they're all fake because it's part of the same thing. It's not 2 different rumors. But either way, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on the TCG thing. Let me know your thoughts on the Classic Collection patent. Do you think that this could be something we see? And do you think it's something that could enable us to play the Generation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games all on the Nintendo Switch 2? And then also, yeah, the Legends EA sort of promotional thing as well. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try to hit 500. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.